When hope refuses to die, new legends are forged. We honor the history of Knights of the Zodiac on this journey. Hello, Knights and Amazons. Wes here. And today I bring you an update on the animation project for the Next Dimension saga. As you know, this is a project I started on my own, and I made a trailer animation to show you here on the channel. Since then, several channel subscribers have offered to help with this project, and that's why today I'm bringing you the first update video so you can understand the whole creation process we're working on, and also to show the official logo of this project. So without further ado, go ahead and click like, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and let's get into this awesome video. It all began with a strong passion for Saint Seiya and a wish to see Next Dimension animated. This work is the official continuation after the Hades saga and a direct sequel to the classic saga, revealing the 18th century holy war and the saint's fate. My original goal was to make an animated opening, a glimpse of how the story of Shion, Dohko, and Alonne could be translated into the animated format we all wish to see. The response from the community here on the channel was great, and the opening posted on the channel and other social networks had an excellent reception. And with that energy, the dream of a solo production quickly turned into something much bigger. A collaborative effort, a true constellation of fans united by Athena's Cosmo. Today, the project has several fans subscribed to the channel who are helping me with the development. Editors, illustrators, animators, and voice actors. Dedicated fans and subscribers who've united. This is living proof that the passion for Knights of the Zodiac can transcend any barrier. Our first and most crucial collective step was the visual structure and identity. The visual identity is the soul of the project. We discussed references from the classic lines, from the Saint Seiya logos used in the manga, to the other versions of the anime and spin-offs. The result was the official logo of our Next Dimension project. It needed to be epic and recognizable. Several people took part in this process, and for that I thank the entire art team. To Bruno Toscano, Adriano Angelo Costa, Bruno Artes, Eder Suzarte, Gabriel Santos, Kleber Jr., Milena, Pedro Sabatino, Renato Cicero, and Rian. Everyone shared ideas and Eder refined the final logo. The highlight of our visual identity was choosing to animate the logo in 3D. Transitioning from 2D to volumetric design, lighting tests, texture, and cosmos shine from the letters. Every detail is signed and meticulously planned by Adriano to invoke the grandeur of this project, making reference to the official work. The initial tests are setting an epic tone for our future animation, with the visual identity defined. We dove into the most detailed work, the creation of the model sheet, the character models. This is the visual foundation of the animation, ensuring that the character's appearance is consistent in all scenes, angles, and also expressions. Our initial focus fell on the pillars of the 18th century narrative. Pegasus Tenma, Ares, Dohko of Libra, the mysterious Grand Master of the Sanctuary, and the tragic Alonne. These are the main characters who will appear in this first episode. The models for Pegasus Tenma are being made by Milena. I'll show some of the tests we've already done here on the screen. As we know, Tenma is the reincarnation of the Pegasus Knight in the 18th century and, chronologically, Seiya's predecessor. He shares the same stubborn energy and just heart, but his origin is marked by a deep friendship with the one who would become his greatest enemy alone, the vessel of Hades. We seek a balance between youthful looks and knightly determination. Crucial details include the design of his Pegasus armor, with colors that differ from the classic anime, thus following the colors of the manga, so that he is not mistaken for Seiya. However, for the drawing style, we are keeping Shingo Araki's style, the legendary artist of the Saint Seiya anime, his training clothes, and especially the nuances of his facial expression. They should shift from an orphan's innocent joy to a knight's cosmic fury. Created by Milena, Saint Seiya Next Dimension. It highlights that Tenma is a disciple of the Silver Cup Knight Suikyo, who later becomes the Spectre of Garuda. A disciple defined by tragedy, contrasting with Seiya and Marine's relationship. In this first episode, we will not see Suikyo appear, but maybe we will get some hints about this night. In the new opening that we are developing, Eder and Angelo, who also did gesture studies for the character, are developing it together. Young Shion, one of two survivors of the 18th century Holy War and future Grand Master of the Sanctuary. In the 20th century, he is portrayed as a newly appointed Gold Saint, carrying the responsibility and the power of the House of Ares. Shion's model sheet highlights his calmness, contrasting with Dohko's impulsiveness. His helmet and the Ares armor's shoulder pads will require 3 times more effort in perspective and volume due to their complexity. For animation reference, his light green hair and forehead mark indicate the Movian race. These fixed visual elements maintain fidelity to the original anime design. Therefore, we chose to make Shion with the hair and eye colors from the anime. It is important to remember that Shion was originally a bronze saint before ascending to the rank of gold. His training together with Dohko and Suikyo creates a triangle of friendship that will be destroyed by the Holy War, a personal drama that we intend to explore in our animation. He is the ancestor of Mu of Ares, the 20th century Ares saint. Another character who is being developed by Eder is young Dohko, who would become the Old Master of Rozan, being the opposite of Shion. With an impulsive and ethical temperament, always ready for battle, his physical strength is complemented by the Libra armor, with its legendary weapons. For Dohko, we emphasized his strength and determination. The Libra armor, with its multiple pieces, will be the next model we will create. Dohko, just like Shion, was also a bronze saint before receiving the Libra gold cloth. His longevity, granted by Athena, the Misopetha Menos, the slow aging technique. It is the most intriguing point of his story and the reason for his survival. And the contrast between the impetuous young man and the patient old master is the central drama that defines his character. Let's discuss Alonne, Hades' 18th century vessel and the protagonist's best friend. He's described as the purest soul of his era, a young painter who, ironically, loves life and hates suffering. His transformation into Hades is the catalyst for the Holy War. Alonne's challenge is twofold: to capture the sweetness and innocence of the young painter, and then the coldness and power of the god of the underworld. The design of his hair and eyes, which change color when Hades awakens, is vital to the visual narrative. Alonne's relationship with Sasha, the incarnation of Athena in the 18th century, is a theme. Hades, being drawn to his purity, emphasizes the tragedy. The god chooses the body that most opposes his nature. Now the model sheet of the Grand Master of the 18th century. We need to evoke authority and mystery. As we know, he only has the helmet, which casts a shadow over his face. However, here we decided to keep the Grandmaster's mask, which is something developed in the classic anime from the canon of Next Dimension. The mystery surrounding the Grandmaster's identity deepens. It even features the Ophiuchus Knight, the legendary gold saint from myth who reappears. The models and logo are the foundation, but the project's heart is in animation and dubbing. Bruno and Milena have been doing animation tests focused on capturing the essence of Saint Seiya's action and maintaining the quality of the characters. We seek a balance between the classic effect and modernity, using some artificial intelligence tools as an aid to speed up the animation process. We know the community finds voice acting the most engaging aspect. Several tests were carried out to find the perfect voices that could convey the emotion and the story of each character. Finding voices that honor the past and future story of Dohko and Shion is something difficult. Shion's voice should be calm, while Dohko's should have youthful warmth and a warrior's impulsiveness. Alonne's dubbing is the most delicate. The voice must be soft and melancholic and gradually transform into something cold and omnipotent for Hades. Felipe from GVA Studio is assisting me with selecting the voice actors. We held a large audition with over 90 applicants and more than 30 tests submitted on time. In this first episode, we will feature about 10 characters, including main and extra roles. That's why we need to select voice actors, and the results of this selection will be announced next week. Here on the channel, we also have people working on the music for this animation, 2 YouTubers who make anime songs, and they are creating an original song for the opening and ending. I'll reveal who these people are in an upcoming video. Another equally important person is recreating the soundtrack. He's doing an impressive job. This Next Dimension animation project is proof of the strength of Saint Seiya fans. It started as a tribute and became a serious production effort. Every frame drawn, every line of dialogue recorded, and every effects test brings us closer to the goal. To honor Masami Kurumada and Shimbaraki and deliver to the community the animation they deserve. Follow our artists and voice actors on social media. I'll leave the link for each of them. And leave your comment about the project. I count on all of your support so we can do a good job. Thanks for watching until the end. See you next time. Burn your cosmos to infinity.